name is Bernadette Kelly, and our business here at Mary Alice's Tearooms, antique shop and sweet shop in Main Street, Churchill. I suppose a lot of people ask us where we got Mary Alice from. So Mary Alice Callaghan was my grandmother. She was from Glendone in Churchill. So in her house was a busy house always. It started from 7 in the morning when Granny would be up baking her scones and doing home baking. Her house never emptied to midnight, so there was always people calling in for tea and coffee, for wee whiskey, for the wee sing-songs in it, and that's what idea came from then with the china cups, because the china cups always come out for the neighbours. And also if someone stopped for directions, Granny was terrible. She would invite anybody into the house. It was always full of people, never empty from morning. It was a very happy, homely, cosy house, and that's what we want to try and create here as Mary Alice's. Our business started here with just the antique shop at the front room first, at the front of the building. The back part here was just a shell originally, and we always dreamt of owning the little tea rooms. So we just set about to try and set up a tea rooms here at the lounge of, it used to be McClafferty's Bar, it used to be a pub here. So we set up the tea rooms then June of last year. And then we expanded on then to add on cones, we add on slushies and sweet shop as well. And just started off very slowly, and now the business has built up really well.
Yeah, so how you doing? I'm Cliffy. Welcome to Mary Alice's here in Churchill. Originally started, look, I had always a great love of antiques. You know, my own grandmother, which was Cassie McDade, had a second-hand store in Letterkenny for years, you know, and I think that's where I picked up the disease from. It's a disease, as I call it. It's a lovely disease to have, you know. It's I'm gathering stuff for years, all the time. I go to auctions, car boots, markets, anywhere at all, charity shops, anywhere I get stuff at all. I'm doing it for years. And I got the stage in the house was full, just full. And my wife was very animated about my hobby, and I needed to do something about it, you know. So then I knew this place was available. It used to be a bar here before, and I know the owner of the place, Charlie McClafferty, very well. I approached Charlie one night and I asked him would he be interested in letting the place out to me, you know, because I wanted a place. Basically, I wanted a place to put my stuff. So that's the I'd gathered. And at the start, I only opened at the weekends. It was an escape for me. I work full time Monday to Friday in a full time normal job as a representative for AIR, and I wanted a place to come for the weekend, and that's what I done at the start. Just came here as an escapism for the weekend. Yeah, look in this business. Look, I suppose you could call it the dream. You're always going to hoping you're going to come across that rare object or something that's going to be really, really good. You watch these storage wars and antique road shows and religiously every week. But again, I say it's not about that. It's about the love of that's what I want. It's about gaining the knowledge of, you know, buying and selling it and the game, you know. And I saw this cigar box online, and I would bid for it. I bid open it at €10. Somebody bid €10, I bid €12. 14, I went to 16. If it's not a bid, I wouldn't have went to 20. I would have stopped. I didn't want the box that badly. It was a cigar box, humidifier cigar box, and I won it. I won it at auction, and I bought other stuff that day as well. And it was just, I think it was November. It was just prior to Christmas, and it was getting busy here, and the stuff was delivered in, and I didn't have a chance to look at it. There was boxes at the back, and when I did get around to looking at it, I went through the different stuff, and then I opened up this box, and it turns out it was mementos belonging to Kattie Kiernan that was in the box. I had to look at it. I have a brother who's an historian. He's a teacher, a local author, and so I rang him and I called him to come out and to go through the stuff just to look at it. I just couldn't believe what I was looking at, you know. There's nothing significant there that's going to change the history of Ireland. So it's personal artefacts that was in the box, you know, between rosary beads, crucifix, small prayers, little wee notes from Aunt Lily to Dear Lily, you know, and it would have been Kattie Kiernan's sister, and stuff like that, you know. And it was full of joy. I don't think I could ever repeat the feeling again. It was a pleasure just to have it, just to have it and to hold it, you know. And then the local papers picked up on it. Jim Doherty and the Donegal Democrat contacted me, and Brian McDade came out and took photographs, and I was on the local radio, and then I went to the national papers. And look, you get it all at him, people saying, you know, you be careful, forgeries and this and that. there's anything in that box for you, there's nothing there that's worth fortune, as far as I'm concerned. It's just a nice thing to have. It's just little small personal artifacts, you know, a couple of wee personal notes. My favourite piece of the whole lot is there's a St Patrick's Day, a wee handmade St Patrick's Day badge. I do everything in there's I just love it. Whereas now we go to a shop and buy everything. Here, it's just sitting there. It's just a beautiful wee. It's worth nothing. Do you know what I mean? It's just a beautiful wee object. As far as that's my favourite thing in the whole box, you know.